In Ghostbusters Afterlife, when the children are investigating Gozer's temple, they see a series of years written on the wall. Now, 2 of these years we know definitely correspond to Gozer. 1984 was the year of the first Ghostbusters film, and 2021, obviously the year of Ghostbusters Afterlife. And then there are many years before this, and I guess being on that wall, it assumes that Gozer is responsible for these events as well. And all these previous years do actually respond to real life events. The most famous one being 1945, the end of World War II. And Lucky even mentions like what didn't happen that year. Now, I don't actually think that year is referring to World War II and saying that Gozer was behind it. I actually think that's referring to something mentioned earlier in the film. A podcast says that the mine has been shut since the 1940s after the miners started jumping into the pit, which they called the Shandorian Curse. He never mentions the year, but when he says 1940s, I just think 1945 makes sense because that is obviously directly linked to Gozer. Of course, that is just speculation on my part. Now, the year that has most people talking is the final year, 2134. Does that mean Gozer's going to return? At the moment, we have no idea. No sequels have been officially announced, and we have no idea what Ghost Corps and the Reitmans or anyone else involved have planned. But it's very interesting to speculate, so if you have theories, be sure to let me know in the comments. Now, I have a couple of theories myself. The first one is that it doesn't really mean anything. That they just didn't want the final year to be 2021, so they just put a year well over 100 years in the future, so they'll never have to worry about it. Because let's face it, we're unfortunately not going to be here then. If a Ghostbusters film does come out in 2134, we don't even know if the world will be here in 2134. But let's hope it is. Now, of course, there's a bit of a boring theory, you know, it not meaning anything. Now, I do have another theory, and a lot of people seem to have forgotten this, is that back in 2016, Ivan Reitman mentioned about a new Ghostbusters cartoon being made called Ecto that was going to be set in the future. And I believe speculation was it was going to be set in 2050. Now, obviously, the Ghostbusters landscape has changed a lot since 2016. I mean, obviously, we had that reboot film that failed, so they've then gone back to the original timeline. No more has been said about this cartoon, so I kind of assume that's not in the pipeline now. But maybe it is. Maybe they decided to put it even further into the future. So maybe Ecto is something that they'll continue working on. It'll be set in 2134 and involve the return of Gozer. Of course, again, I could be completely wrong. It's just a theory on my part. Maybe they plan a sequel, like an actual film set that far in the future, or maybe even a film where they time travel or something. Who knows? Of course, the other thing is how will Gozer come back when Gozer's stuck in all those traps? Of course, a lot can happen in over 100 years. So, yeah, there are a couple of my theories. Let me know what your theories are in the comments below, and I look forward to interacting with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, keep on busting.